Hello guys, this is Riya Deshpal and you're back on my channel Crux of English, and today we are going to talk about UGC-NET. I have already talked about what you need to prepare and how you need to prepare and how you need to go about the preparation for the paper for English literature. But today, because you requested it a lot and I thought that it's absolutely necessary, so we are going to talk about the books in detail that you need to study for UGC-NET. Okay, the first book, this is the book list. I have made an entire list and I'm going to cover it point by point according to the syllabus of UGC-NET, especially English literature. So for paper 1, UGC-NET paper 1, you have to study KVS Madan. You can find KVS Madan, you just search KVS Madan on Amazon and you'll find the books. So I studied 2 books of KVS Madan. The first one was the subjective part, which had all the things that you need to study and it had everything in detail. So आप KVS Madan की जब वो book search करेंगे तो आपको मिल जाएगी. आप प्लीज़ लेटेस्ट एडिशन लें, जो भी अभी 2023 का लेटेस्ट एडिशन होगा आप उसको लेंगे तो आपको फ़ायदा होगा, बिकॉज उसमें प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस लास्ट ईयर के भी कवर्ड होंगे. उसके बाद द सेकेंड बुक दैट आई वुड रिकमेंड यू फॉर UGC-NET is for paper 1 is previous year questions. There's again a book by KVS Madan. It has this blue cover and you can just search PYQs of KVS Madan paper 1 UGC-NET and आपको Amazon पे book मिल जाएगी. I've already searched and seen that the book is available. It has a blue cover and it has all the previous year questions. So उससे क्या होगा आपको फ़ायदा, जो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस आप बुक से पढ़ते हैं या फिर आप इंटरनेट पे सर्च करके पढ़ते हैं, द इंटरनेट से आपको क्या होता है, जो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस हैं वो आपको पूरा पेपर अवेलेबल होता है, पर्टिकुलरली सब्जेक्ट वाइज. लाइक आपको ऐसे टॉपिक वाइज नहीं मिलेंगे. जैसे यू वुडंट फाइंड कि मैथमेटिक्स के क्वेश्चंस अलग हों, कॉम्प्रीहेंशन के क्वेश्चंस अलग हो, हायर एजुकेशन के क्वेश्चंस अलग हो. तो इससे आपको क्या फ़ायदा होता है, जब आप प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस बुक से करते हैं तो आपको फ़ायदा होता है, आपको टॉपिक वाइज क्वेश्चंस मिल जाते हैं. सो व्हेन यू अटेम्प्ट वन टॉपिक यू स्टडीड, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप KVS मैदान से मैंने आज हायर एजुकेशन का एक टॉपिक उठा के पढ़ लिया, देन गो टू द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस ऑफ KVS मैदान एंड फाइंड द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दैट बुक ऑफ द सेम टॉपिक एंड देन अटेम्प्ट दोज क्वेश्चंस. इससे आपको क्या होगा, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपने जो पढ़ा है उससे आपको क्या फ़ायदा हुआ. आपको समझ में आएगा कि हाँ, दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई ग्रास्प्ड एंड दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई कुडंट, सो आई हैव टू गो बैक एंड स्टडी अगैन. Okay, these were the only 2 books that you need to study for UGC-NET paper 1. I would suggest, if you have difficulties in certain topics, for example, some people are not that good with mathematics. So if you have difficulties with certain topics, go to YouTube and search for that topic and you can find endless amount of videos out there of that particular topic and find the one that works for you. Okay, I had this issue with the Indian logic of reasoning. There is a topic called Indian logic of reasoning and that was kind of difficult for me to grasp, and honestly I watched like 5 videos and after that I was good. I didn't need anything else. So there would be certain topics जिसमें आपको भी प्रॉब्लम होगी, तो आप क्या करें, आप जाएं और YouTube पे उनको टॉपिक्स को सर्च करें और सिर्फ वो टॉपिक्स उससे पढ़ें. अदरवाइज I would suggest don't follow a lot of tutorials and don't follow a lot of people around on YouTube. It's your preparation. Just take up one person who would be your mentor, even a YouTube mentor who would be your mentor, जिसके साथ आप कनेक्ट कर पा रहे हैं, जो आपसे कनेक्ट कर पा रहा है, आप उससे रिलेट कर पा रहे हैं. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि that particular person has to be me. You have to find your person and then just follow one person. This just doesn't go for UGC-NET. आप किसी भी पेपर के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, आपको एंडलेस अमाउंट ऑफ वीडियोज़ मिल जाता है. आजकल प्रॉब्लम इज दिस कि बाहर इतना सारा मटेरियल है, आप कहाँ तक क्या क्या कवर करेंगे, एंड एवरी पर्सन टॉक समथिंग डिफरेंट. दो आप एक टॉपिक पढ़ेंगे, अगर आप स्ट्रक्चरलिज्म ही पढ़ रहे हैं तो स्ट्रक्चरलिज्म के जो टॉपिक्स है वो तो सेम ही रहेंगे ना, बट द थिंग इज इसकी कोई किसी बारे में बात कर होगा, बिकॉज एवरीवन हैज़ अ डिफरेंट टीचिंग मेथड, एवरीवन हैज़ अ डिफरेंट टीचिंग स्टाइल. सो अगर आपको किसी को फॉलो करना है तो सिर्फ एक इंसान को फॉलो करें, ज़्यादा लोगों को फॉलो मत करें. उससे क्या होगा, आपके पास मटीरियल ज़्यादा होगा, पढ़ने का टाइम उतना नहीं होगा. ओके, The next, let's talk about paper 2. Paper 2 का मैंने pattern and everything syllabus मैंने last video में discuss कर लिया था. I am only going to give you book list here. So the book list, the first book that you need to study is obviously of history. So I have 3 history books here that I would suggest you, and आप particularly I will speak slowly ताकि आप आराम से लिख सके books का नाम, and I'm going to recite the entire book name with the writer so that आपको help हो. So there are 3 books here. The first is English Literature History by William J. Long. If you are preparing for UGC-NET English Literature, I would suggest start here. Start with William J. Long. William J. Long. Start with this book and you would understand a lot about English literature, and then you can start picking out the topics that you have trouble with. Okay. The second book I would suggest is another history of English literature book. आपको 2 English literature की history की books तो पढ़नी ही पड़ेंगी. 2 तो is absolutely necessary. If you can do 3, good for you. But 2 is absolutely necessary if you want to clear this paper. The second book that I would suggest is a critical history of English literature by David Dyches. Now this book has 2 volumes. One is a red covered book and the second is a blue one. You have to study both. It's divided into 2 parts. One is from Chaucer to Restoration and the other is from Restoration to present day. Okay. So this book is the second book of history that I studied. There is another book called Oxford Companion to English Literature. Now this is an immense book, immense. Okay, this is like huge and it's very expensive. If you would find it on Amazon, I actually searched for it when I was trying to make this video for you guys. It's somewhere around $3,000, which is a lot for a book. So I would suggest you can find the PDF online and don't study the entire book. Don't study this entire book. Okay, what you need to do is study. Okay, let's suggest some, right? Okay. Supposedly I want to study Keats today. I was like, let's study Keats. So what I would do is, first I would find Keats in William J. Long. I would study William J. Long ka Keats wala part. Then I would go to David Dyches, because David Dyches is more subjective. Okay. William J. Long is more factual and more compact and more objective, but comparatively subjective wise, if you need proper knowledge, then you have to go to David Dyches. Then I would go to David Dyches, I would find the Keats part and I would study that. Now what I would do is, if there is something else still left out there, I would still search Wikipedia. I would read all the Wikipedia things. Then what I would do is, you open this Oxford Companion, open it in your phone or open it in your laptop and just search in the PDF Keats. You would find all the material there is on Keats in there and just study those points. Okay, and if there is something that you have left out from your William J. Long or David Dyches or Wikipedia, you'll find it there. Just find it there and make notes of the same. Okay, इससे आपको क्या फ़ायदा मिलेगा? आपका कोई भी पॉइंट बचेगा नहीं. उसके बाद आपके पास कीट से कहीं से भी क्वेश्चन आ जाए, you have studied 4 sources of the same writer. I don't think इससे ज़्यादा आपको करने की ज़रूरत है. Okay, let's move on. The next that we are going to talk about is English language teaching. For this, there's a book called Techniques and Principles in English Language by Diane Larson Freeman. Okay, Diane Larson Freeman. It's you can search it. If you would search the name of the book with Freeman, you will find the book on Amazon. Again, this is an expensive book, so I would suggest you to find the PDF and get it printed out, so that, because see, आप सारी चीज़ें नहीं पढ़ पाते हैं. आपको क्या प्रायोरिटाइज़ करना है, कौन से टॉपिक्स प्रायोरिटाइज़ करने हैं, क्योंकि जो चीज़ आपको ज़्यादा समझ में आती है उस टॉपिक्स को प्रायोरिटाइज़ करें तो आपके लिए ज़्यादा अच्छा होगा. तो आप क्या करें, ये बुक्स को ऑनलाइन PDF ढूंढें, प्रिंट आउट निकलवा लें, टेलीग्राम से ढूंढ लें, कहीं ना कहीं आपको मिल जाएगा. आप ये ढूंढें और उसके बाद इसका प्रिंट आउट निकाल के और फिर पढ़ें. इससे क्या होगा, See, not everyone is financially well doing, and I understand that, and this is a journey you are taking which is a very long journey. Honestly, UGC-NET is just the first step you can consider in this journey. आप जब UGC-NET पेपर क्लियर करते हैं, मैंने भी जब पेपर क्लियर किया था, this seems to be like this huge thing कि oh my god, I've cleared this paper and everyone is congratulating you. Good for you, but this is just the first step of your journey. That is a very long journey to become a professor. Okay, see, I am understanding कि जो भी actually इस पेपर के लिए बैठता है या whoever is giving this paper, they have a motive of becoming a professor or going in the teaching profession. So I think that this is just a step you are taking, and it's a very long journey. And you have to get on that horse and keep riding that horse till you actually achieve the goal, which is not UGC-NET. It's to become a professor, and we are going to do it together because I am on that journey myself. Okay, now the next is the beginning theory by Peter Berry, which is for literary theory. Literary theory के लिए आपको Peter Berry से ज़्यादा पढ़ने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. The book is called Beginning Theory by Peter Berry. Okay, Berry is spelled as Barry. Okay, you can search it and you'll find it online. The next book is Literary Criticism and Introduction from Plato to Present, which is by M.R.A. Habib. Now again, this book is big. This is huge. Okay, it's a very big book, but if you would study this book, I am honestly telling you, a huge part of your literary criticism and literary theory would be done. You wouldn't have to worry about literary theory and literary criticism. Again, this is a very expensive book. You can find the PDF. It's available online. I studied it from the PDF. But अगर आपने ये book पढ़ ली, M.R.A. Habib, अगर आपने ये बुक पढ़ ली, तो आई एम टेलिंग यू कि आपको लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म की तो एटलीस्ट टेंशन लेने की ज़रूरत बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. आप सब क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट कर पाएंगे. दो ये थोड़ी सी डिफ़िकल्ट बुक है, तो अगर आपको ये डिफ़िकल्ट लगती है तो आई एम सजेस्टिंग यू 2 डिफरेंट बुक्स, लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म और लिटरेरी थ्योरी की. आप वो पढ़ लीजिए, दैट्स इनफ टू. बट if you are like this is something that I have to do, not just UGC-NET, for assistant professorship too, M.R.A. Habib is a very good book, okay. So I have said it, I'm saying it again. Literary Criticism and Introduction from Plato to Present, M.R.A. Habib. Now the next book, which is the 7th, it's called Contemporary Literary and Cultural Theory from Structuralism to Eco-Criticism. Now this is a combined book of cultural studies as well as literary theory. Okay, this combines both of the concepts, and it's by Pramod K. Nair. आई थिंक अगर आप इंग्लिश लिटरेचर के हैं और आपने एक्चुअली UGC-NET की कभी प्रिपरेशन की है, तो कल्चरल स्टडीज़ के लिए प्रमोद के नायर ही पढ़ी जाती है. सो दिस इज़ अ वेरी गुड बुक. यू कैन डू इट, एंड इट वुड कवर अ लॉट ऑफ योर लिटरेरी थ्योरी एज वेल एज योर cultural studies. Okay, now I'm repeating the book name again: Contemporary Literary and Cultural Theory from Structuralism to Eco-Criticism by Pramod K. Nair, N-A-Y-A-R. Next, the 8th book, which is for American literature. It's called Outline of American Literature by Catherine Van Spans Karen. I'm spelling it, it's a bit of a difficult name, but if you would like search Outline of American Literature by Catherine, you can find it, but I'm still spelling the name, the entire name, so it's easier for you. Katherinevanspans Catherine Van Spans Karen. Okay, it's a bit of a complicated name, I know. Okay, so this is for American literature. Now the last book is a glossary of literary terms, which was by M.H. Abrahams. A glossary of literary terms by M.H. Abrahams, Abrahams. Okay, This is a book for literary terms, obviously, and it is important that you read it, and it's a good book for literary terms. The next book that I would suggest you wouldn't have heard from a lot of people. ये वाली जो भी books अभी तक मैंने बताई हैं, these are very popular. If you are preparing for UGC-NET English literature, you are going to study these books. It's not optional. This book that I mentioned in my last video, which I said is the holy grail for my questionnaires, which it is, because it has thousands of questions which are of great level. UGC-NET, GATE, assistant professorship, if you would attempt the questions, you would feel that wow, this book actually has some standard, you know, because it's necessary. If you are preparing for UGC-NET, you need to have some standard of questions. So this is English for UGC-NET by R.S. Malik. If you would search it, I tried it, it's available on Amazon, you find it, and please do buy that book and see it, and you would understand how good of a book it is. Okay. So that was it for the books that I studied for UGC-NET. The next video I would make on online sources that I used for UGC-NET English literature. So keep following me, and I would keep giving you, free source materials that you can come up with online, so that it makes your journey a little easier. Okay, I am here to make your journey easier. Please do follow me. Please like, subscribe and share, and you would be very I think I would help you benefit in this journey of UGC-NET that you are I think just taking on, and I hope you all succeed, and I am here for whatever you need. If there are any problems, do contact me so that I can understand your problems and I can solve them. Okay, thank you for watching.